Good morning. Happy Sunday. First off, I guess I have to apologize for not showing up last Sunday. I have no clue what happened, but I know that the day got away from me and it was like evening time, and I was still trying to find time to get outside to talk to you guys and to do the meditation. Some days are just like that, you know? And it's a new habit, so it takes a while to really get entrenched in it. But this morning I feel really good, you know, that I'm getting out here and I'm doing this and I'm taking time to just share with you and be with you and to kind of release whatever's inside. Oh no, I say too much, don't I? So it's a beautiful day in Tennessee. It's probably right now it's about 65. The sun is really, really bright and hot though. So if you're sitting in the sun, it feels like 85. So I'm in the shade of the RV. And I couldn't go up by the barn like usual because the boys are up there doing some cleaning. So I'm sitting by the RV in the driveway. And I figure at least that's a beautiful fir tree there. So, and there's the again. I'm going to catch myself every time until I break that habit. Anyway, I am truly blessed today. And I hope that you feel that way too. But if you don't, then I'm here for you, you know. And here's a virtual hug. For those of you who are new, thank you for showing up. My name is Glenda. For those of you that are, look at that, I got a bee, I'm so sweet, it's trying to get me. For those of you that have been coming back and know me, Namaste, I love you, and I'm glad you're here. And you guys make my world happen, and you know that. You keep me lifted. You know, all the positive energy that Walter and I are getting from everyone, it just keeps us lifted up. Do want to share a little bit for anyone who's new that this is not our normal blog. This is just something I do on Sundays for me. And it's just our normal blogs are Walter and I are older, retired, or I'm retired, and we made a decision last year to sell our house in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and to move to the Smoky Mountains. You know, we thought we were going to be in North Carolina somewhere, but we ended up in Tennessee, and we love it. Our videos are about the search for our property. Looking at some buzzard flying. There's always some sort of bird flying in there. The search for our property, and now it's going to be about developing our property. There's a lot of cleanup to do. We're making planters, planting garlic. We planted our fruit trees. I have to get those videos out to you guys. I haven't got them yet edited. Again, wow, I say that a lot. So this is not normal, but it is my normal Sunday. And I've started this ritual on Sundays because this is what I like to do, is I like to have a conscious contact with the power greater than myself, the universe, energy, God, whatever you want to call it. I need to check into it, and I need to center myself and ground my thoughts. And having a ritual on Sundays of doing this is something that can help me with that. When you're retired, the days kind of blend together and you forget what day it is. So I wanted to make Sundays a day of peace, of creation, of sharing, of loving, and of conscious contact. And I want to share some of that with you, a brief thing with you. So we've been reading, and I'm still reading now the same book because I've been looking in, there's the again. I've been looking in thrift stores for a meditation book. And here in Tennessee, I'm not finding a lot. In Florida, I find so many. And I like doing thrift stores because I like utilizing books that's already been treasured and that are there, and they don't cost a whole lot, and they just need a home, and they need to feed someone's soul. And so I love looking at thrift stores at books. So we're still working out of Everyday Spirit by Mary Davis. This is a new book for me. I bought this in Vero during the beginning of our journey out of Florida. We were still in Florida. And I flipped through this one, and I always look at the day that it is and then my birthday. And if those two things really speak to me, then I buy the book. That's how I buy it. Everyone has their own. I have a lot of little superstitious rituals or ways of connecting with what's right for me. I was really surprised that today is October 20th. I've lost a few days. So, this is a good one. Okay. So, October 20th. Just breathe. Forgiveness Manifesto. I release the past and let it go out to the sea of my soul. Gotta remember where to look. To blend with my waves and become part of my strength. I like that. And that's so true, isn't it? I want to be free and present in the only moment in which I can live my life, this one. I resolve to stop reviewing past mistakes and missteps made by myself and others. I decide to release the anger I hold that is directed at those who have hurt me. I choose to trust in the goodness of the human heart while being aware of my vulnerabilities. That's so good. I believe that the world is benevolent and conspires to assist me in the manifestation of my highest good. I honor myself and know that I am worthy of love and joy. I unchain myself from thoughts which bind me to any hint of darkness. I open my heart to that which is loving and light and leads me to the fulfillment of my purpose. I declare that I forgive all past actions and request that any residual pain be reflected away from the light of my sun. I release the past and let it go out to the sea of my soul, to blend with my waves and become a part of my strength. I am whole. I am worthy. I am light, and I am free. In the world, forgiveness is freedom. Copy this out and write your own forgiveness manifesto in your journal, in which you declare your intention to forgive yourself and others. The written word is a powerful mobilizer of our future goals and dreams. Be free. In the heart, I forgive all past actions and request that any residual pain be deflected away from my son. Yes, I do. So, this one definitely was for me. I got my feelings hurt yesterday. I got disappointed. And frustrated. And I had my hopes up about doing something, and somebody else took over what I wanted to do and wouldn't let me join in. And I felt so angry at first, but then I really felt sad and disappointed because I had looked so forward to doing that thing. I had looked so forward to creating something, making something, and I had a lot of joy behind the thoughts of doing it, and I expected a lot of joy out of the doing, the participation in it. You know, I didn't expect to do it alone. I wanted to do it with someone, and that didn't happen. And disappointment for me is a difficult thing because I was disappointed a lot when I was a child. And I was left out a lot when I was a child. I was abandoned by my mother. And really, it triggers, sometimes feelings, you know, little things trigger big feelings. And, you know, I just excused myself from the situation that was causing me pain. And I tried, you know, I let it go as much as I could. I knew I was going to be in it for a minute, the feelings, and it's okay. But the person realized what they were doing and, you know, called me and apologized. And, you know, it's just the awareness. Sometimes the other person being aware that they hurt me and how they hurt me. And then making a commitment to do it differently next time. That's what amends is about. And that person made an instant amends to me. And I was, you know, that kind of allowed me to, I still felt a little feeling, but allowed me to bring peace and let it go, you know. But even if they hadn't have done that, I would have had to find peace and let it go. And my mind always works in a way that I can stop that from happening again. Like I go into self-protection and self-survival because of my childhood issues. And contemplating how I can I know I can't change that person, but change the situation where I can get what I want or I need or I expect. My first sponsor, and if y'all don't know, I'm in recovery from addiction, and I have 36 years clean. So if you don't think that you can get clean, I'm a living example that change can happen. No matter how far down you go, all it takes is one day clean and an intention to do things differently, and they change. And don't try to do it alone. But my first sponsor, Libby, used to tell me all the time, she had this sign in her office, because I was the perpetual victim, right? And I guess that's the mode I was in yesterday, was victim mode. Somebody was doing something to me. And she used to say, blessed are those who expect nothing, for they shall not be disappointed. And it was a sign in her office, and she'd point to it. Because that behind every disappointment was an expectation. Behind every resentment is an expectation. And I tend to build up to, you know, I do things in my head before I do them in real life. So I already have a planned result. And whenever I have a planned result, then I'm setting myself up to be disappointed, because I can make plans, but I can't plan the result. You know, that's in our higher power's hands. And, you know, whenever I turned my life and my will over, or wait, I did it again, my will and my life over to the care of good orderly direction, my higher power, God of my understanding, the goddess, the energy, the creative spirit, the great spirit, whatever you want to call it. When I let my will and my life go, then I'm no longer in control. And then I have to accept that whatever happens, happens. And whatever happens is meant to happen. And, you know, I think through it all, we got to know each other a little bit better, me and this person. And we got to, you know, every time you work through something, you get closer. It really does. It just is. You know, when you make a commitment to a relationship with someone, then you're going to have to figure out how to work through things, and you're going to have to let go of things, and you're going to have to compromise. You know, I've learned that over the past 20-something years, that's a big part of this. I love this reading. This reading spoke to me on many levels. You know, But I think this is a really important part when it says, I choose to trust the goodness of the human heart while being aware of my vulnerabilities. See, I had vulnerabilities that were exposed. And I remember this one guy, Marty E., who talked about being sensitive to others' sensitivities, especially his partners, you know. And I have to learn how to do that because I trample on people's feelings all the time. I'm too blunt. I'm too impulsive, you know, or I shouldn't say too. I just say I am blunt and I am impulsive. And whatever comes in my head, a lot of times comes in my mouth. I develop the filter, but any given day it can be erased away. So what I want others to give me, I have to give them. And I never liked the word forgiveness because I believe forgiveness implies judgment, and it's not mine to judge. So I read this meditation once that talked about how Jesus used the Arabic word shah for forgiveness. And shah literally translates into to untie from. And the meditation, the reading talked about being in the middle of a lake and water above your head and having boulders tied to your feet pulling you down. And reaching down and untying each boulder, each resentment, each hurt, each pain, each loss, and letting it go so that you can live, so you can rise to the surface, breathe and live. And so when we untie from us the things that cause us pain and hurt, we are choosing to live. We are giving ourselves breath. We are lifting ourselves up to a higher level of life. And that's what it's all about. Being free, right? Being free. So Buddhism says suffering's inevitable. It's part of life. But in the rooms, a lot of times I hear people say pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. So I'm gonna feel pain, but I don't have to wallow in it. I can let it go. I can give it away. I can share about it. I can comfort myself. I can seek comfort from others. I get to share how I feel, which I did yesterday. I shared with the person how I felt before I left. And, you know, so that, because there's no sense in walking away without the other person knowing what's going on, then you can never get any resolution. But I share what the pain I have. I share it, you know. I acknowledge it. I nurture it. I love it. I comfort it. And then I move forward to breathe and to be free. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday.